Hello, BookTube. Well, in my spasms of frustration over the Bailey's shortlist, I was right in the middle of those spasms of frustration when the morning mail came, which is great. So I thought we'd open it together. It doesn't have a box, but it does have an envelope that's gigantic, almost counts as a box. And it's not a big shipment, so it won't take long here. Uh, so the first one we have is a novel. It's by Graham Simsian. Oh, he did the Rosie Project. Okay. It's called The Best of Adam Sharp. That's what it looks like right there. 2 decades ago, Adam Sharp's piano playing led him into a passionate relationship with Angelina Brown, an intelligent and strong-willed actress. They had a chance at something more, but Adam didn't take it. Now Adam has the life he's planned for himself. He's happy with his partner Claire. He excels in music trivia at quiz night at the local pub. He looks after his mother, and he does the occasional consulting in IT. And this author, I tell you, I have no idea what this author's hatred is for men. But I guarantee you that in addition to all of those things about Adam, he also clips coupons, reuses brown paper bags, checks both ways when crossing the street, even when it's midnight in a country lane. I guarantee you, in other words, that he's the same kind of male character that appeared in the Rosie Project and its sequel. Totally neutered. A totally ridiculous... He's a little old man. He's a timid little old man. Hapless. Useless. Of course he didn't take the one chance that he had at an outrageously happy existence. Of course he didn't. And, you know... I haven't read the book, hadn't heard about it until just now, but I guarantee you he won't take the chance in this book. I guarantee you he won't. Instead, the climax will be that he realizes that staying the course and doing the things he's always done is preferable, and that taking a chance on something that looks wildly fulfilling is probably dangerous. That chance at something wildly fulfilling will be subtly vilified at the end of this book. I do understand. On one level, I understand it completely. It's the perfect recipe for a feel-good book. But I will read it. I will read it. But the Rosie books... Okay. All right, well, it's a rocky start. Let's move on and see if we can do better. Perhaps a nice big history of Lafayette. What have we here? Oh no, it's another made-up novel. All right, this is Jim and Han, A Small Revolution is the name of this. A skinny little book. In this powerful page-turning debut. Oh, Jim and Han her page-turning debut. She got her MFA from Sarah Lawrence College and her BA from Cornell. Okay, all right, so she's credentialed up the wazoo. On a beautiful Pennsylvania fall morning, a gunman holds college freshman Una Lee and 3 of her classmates hostage in the claustrophobic confines of their dorm room. The desperate man with his finger on the trigger, Una's one-time friend Lloyd Kang, is unraveling after a mysterious accident in Korea kills his closest friend, who was also the love of Una's life. As the tense standoff unfolds, Una is forced to revisit her past, from growing up in an abusive household to the upheaval in her ancestral homeland to unwittingly falling in love. She must also confront the truth about what happened to the best friend on that tragic day, even as her own fate hangs in the balance. Oh my. Okay, that sounds good. And it also sounds daring for a debut novel because it sounds like it's mostly going to take place in a very confined space, which you might think is a debut novelist's favorite thing, since it's easy, but it's not easy. Those of you, the writers out there, will know it's not easy at all. It's much harder. It's much more of a technical challenge. Wow. Okay, and also a campus violence novel. So that's Little A is the author, Amazon. This author decided to do her hardcover debut with Amazon, as is inevitable. It was inevitable from the day that Amazon started Little A. The books have been getting better. They've been getting more enticing looking and also sounder and also better edited. And that's both encouraging and disturbing for me. So this comes out in early May. All right, we're up to 2 novels. And this thing is so small, I bet it will be a novel as well. Let's give it a try and see. What is this? Wait, these are a whole bunch of stuff that I did not know about and did not request. This is... Oh, wow. This is called The Driver by Hart Hanson. And the pub sheet is printed on a map. Isn't that something? Isn't that clever? Huh. Okay, let's see. Oh my god, this is another debut novel. This comes out in August. For as long as he can remember, Hart Hanson wanted to become a novelist. But with a young family to feed, earning a paycheck took priority. So he threw himself into an unpaid internship at a television network, wrote a script, and then sold it. This sounds like the plot of the novel, not the biography of the author. He has since sold many more scripts, worked on shows like Judging Amy and Joan of Arcadia, and ultimately created the hit series Bones, the longest-running scripted one-hour-long series on Fox Network, which will air in its final season this summer. With the end of Bones near, Hanson felt that now was finally the time to write that novel. Good for him. And the wait was worth it. His debut, The Driver, has received phenomenal early reviews. It doesn't get a phenomenal review until it gets one from me. Okay? Let's see here. Do we have a plot summary here? The driver in Hanson's novel is former Army Special Forces Weapons Sergeant Michael Skellig. As he has this thing, you see, when trouble arises, some people get a bad feeling in their gut. Others feel a tightening in their chest. But Skellig hears voices in the wind. And it's not just any voice. It's always of someone he killed while in combat. It might sound odd, but the warnings have saved his life over a dozen times. So when he hears trouble, 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 while waiting for his client outside a hotel, he senses something is up. Although he doesn't know what it is, he has to find out, and quickly. He runs inside the hotel just in time to save his client from 2 gunmen, but then he blacks out. Hours later, he's in the hospital and the only person of interest in custody for a murder at the scene. Okay, I admit, that does sound good. Interesting. Okay, Hart Hanson. Totally successful. Decided to go and write his novel anyway. Good for him. All right. Then we have the next one. Fell right out. Fell into my lap, literally. Oh, God, it's another novel. Okay, it's The Waking Land by Kaylee Bates, due in June. Isn't that pretty? That's a English country house in the background with a couple on horseback. Okay. Don't tell me this is another debut. This is another debut. Wow. Okay. I think it is. Lady Ilana is devoted to the king who raised her like a daughter. But when he dies under mysterious circumstances, Ilana is accused of his murder and must flee for her life. Returning to the homeland of magical legends she has forsaken, Ilana is forced to reckon with her estranged father, branded a traitor long ago. Feeling a strange, deep connection to the natural world, she must also face the truth about the forces she has always disdained as superstition, powers that suddenly stir within her. But an all-too-human threat is drawing near. Now Ilana has no choice but to lead a rebellion against the kingdom to which she once gave her allegiance. Trapped between divided loyalties, she must summon the courage to confront a destiny that could tear her apart. Wow, okay. All right, that is an absolutely lovely cover. Look at all the detail in that. I don't know how well you can see it on the MacBook here. Okay, The Waking Land this summer. And then we got this thing. This huge thing, which seems too big to be fiction, so we may end on a nonfiction note, which would be nice. Oh, this thing's huge. What is this? Oh, okay. All right. This is National Poetry Month. Pay dirt. The complete Old English poems. Translated by Craig Williamson. With an introduction by Tom Shippey, my fellow book reviewing hack. Look at the size of this thing. Isn't that something? So this is everything. This is all the Old English poems. This will have, oh man, and isn't it beautiful? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So this was a good haul. This is the complete Old English poems. The Waking Land by Callie Bates. This is a debut novel. The Driver by Hart Hanson, also a debut novel, but his imaginative hand, his writing has already pleased all of us. Who hasn't been pleased by Bones? Small Revolution by Jimin Han, also a debut novel. And Graham Simpson, The Best of Adam Sharp, which I admit drew out a little venom, but I will still give it a try. It might end up being good. So 4 novels, 3 debuts, and 1 big fat Steve doorstop. So that will definitely get me through to the next mail. Thank you, BookTube.